Hello, sister, brother, moon lover. My name's Renee, aka the Sober Witch, and today I'm here to talk about the phases of the moon and how they can support us in our recovery. So, the moon, the seasons, and our bodies are all connected. We are all one. And as we begin to uncover this knowledge, I don't want to say learn really because it's been knowledge for hundreds and thousands of years. But we're just now awakening to it. And when we awaken to it, we just start to see how really deeply connected we are. And we can use this information, and why this information is so helpful is this just another tool to help us better understand ourselves. And if you've spent a good amount of time or a little bit of time in recovery, you know that this is the journey. This is the work. It's always, you're always growing, you're always changing, you're always learning. And the moon cycles and the seasons can teach us so much about what's going on inside. So we know that the moon is feminine energy. The sun is the masculine energy and the moon is feminine. So we're already connected. Each moon phase is aligned with a season, with the earth element, and also with a phase of our menstrual cycle. The moon goes through one full cycle every 28 and a half days, just like we do as women. I know, right? So we're going to start with the new moon. So the new moon is aligned with winter and darkness, right? The new moon, you can't see it. It's dark. And winter is dark. It's cold. You want to be inside, snuggled up with a blanket. This is a time for meditation and introspection and really asking yourself what you need and taking the time and the space to do that. It's all about the rest. This phase of the moon and the season of winter also align with the bleeding phase of our cycles. So if you think about your period, it's the same thing. You want to be resting and just taking time for yourself. So this phase of the moon is also a great time to set an intention, to plant the seed of what you want to see come to fruition this cycle. And whether you use the moon or the seasons, it's the same thing. So you plant the seed in the new moon cycle, right? Whatever intention it is. And again, if you've spent any time in recovery, you know what a gift this is to be able to plant an intention, to plant a seed that you will continue to work on for this cycle. So the waxing moon is the next moon cycle that I'll talk about. The waxing moon is when the moon is getting bigger. So it was just the new moon, dark. Now it's the waxing moon. It's growing. This is the energy of spring. It's the follicular phase of our cycle. We're growing, right? If you live in the northern hemisphere, then you know what beautiful gifts spring can bring, literally sprouts emerging from the soil and everything's coming back to life. And that's how we feel often in spring too. And in the follicular phase of our cycles, we're coming back to life. Here I come. And it's just as the season of spring is, it's a time for growth and doing the work. So that seed that you planted in winter and the new moon phase, now you're working on it, whatever it is. And spring, again, is an exciting time. That's the energy of excitement and fun. And then comes the full moon, which is in alignment with summer and the ovulation phase of our cycle. So the summer is all about connection and fun and celebration and looking back at what you've done so far throughout this cycle, that baby seed that you planted and the things that you worked on, and now looking at them being hell yeah, and celebrating the crap out of ourselves. It's a time for connection and manifestation and just dreaming up your biggest, best self and celebrating her. The waning moon is when the moon is getting smaller. So it's going from full moon back into the new moon. It's getting smaller. This is in alignment with the season of fall. And so when we think of fall, it's all about the harvesting, right? Harvesting our crops from the year. And when we planted that seed in the new moon phase or the winter, now it's fall and we get to harvest our garden and like see all the goodness that we created. And it's also a time to look back on the cycle and to see what wasn't working and to reassess what you want to plant when the new moon comes again, and what you want to change and what you want to continue to work on. So it's really this harvesting energy, but it's also a time to cleanse and let go of what's not working. So again, this information just really helps us to better understand ourselves as women, as men too, if you're watching, and to just continue to encourage the growth and change that we know is possible inside of us. Again, my name's Renee. I'm the Sober Witch. You can find me on Instagram at Sober Witch. I'm on Facebook, Renee Carlson, the Sober Witch, and you can find my website at My Soulful Sobriety. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.